So the series finale and the season finale of Breaking Bad just happened. Everyone's talking about it. And it kind of makes some people wonder, why is it that Breaking Bad is one of those shows that just captivates everyone's attention and does so well? Well, the reality is, I think the majority of Americans, or I should say the working class and middle class, can identify with someone like Walter White, who gets a terrible illness. He was diagnosed with cancer, and as a result, he doesn't know what to do to get the appropriate medical attention to survive. And a lot of people don't have the means to pay for good health insurance. And of course, the Affordable Care Act is supposed to help with some of that, but there will still be some people who will be left uninsured because of the Affordable Care Act. So David Sirota wrote about this, and I think he did a really, really great job highlighting the different ways that Americans can identify with Walter White.
So there's two aspects of this. First of all, David points out 45,000 people die every year because of a lack of comprehensive health insurance coverage. Right? That's actually about 15 9/11s every single year. And we've gotten used to it because we're so crushed by the system. Like, oh, a loved one got cancer, we didn't have coverage. They're dead, right? Nothing we can do, they're dead. When decent society actually helps one another. And yeah, of course there are bounds, right? And there are ways to do it where we don't all bankrupt one another, right? But right now we just leave people to die. And so Walter White, of course, in Breaking Bad, wound up becoming a really bad guy in 100 different ways.
He becomes a bad guy, but I think that he becomes a perfect symbol of what the Republican Party is in favor of. Someone who fights for a tremendous amount of wealth and doesn't consider anyone else or doesn't consider how he harms anyone else in the process of doing so.
So I want to get to that second.
Yeah.
But in the first half, you can understand his frustration, not just about healthcare, but he feels like he needs to rely on the help of his rich friends or someone else. He doesn't feel like he's empowered, that he's free, and he's weighed down by all this things beyond his control. I think a lot of people feel that way, And so we are Walter White in the beginning, right?
Yeah.
And so the rational way to deal with that is, how do we empower each other, and how do we take care of each other when we're in need, right? And so that everybody wins, not so that we drain everybody. And then medical bankruptcies is unheard of in the rest of the developed world. Literally, they don't understand what that means. Here, we bankrupt people and go, oh, sorry, you got cancer, you got a heart attack and you needed some sort of treatment. Nope, ha. Give me your house, and then people feel like helpless, and so what they want, and then they wind up striking out in ways that are not helpful. So that gets to point number two. So when Walter White decides, screw this, right? Since there is no functioning way that he can work within society to get to the right place, he says, well, then okay. Then I'm going to do, as Sirota points out, American exceptionalism.
Yeah, I actually want to read one part of Sirota's piece in Salon because I think that he illustrates it perfectly. He says, Walter White rejects his friend's offer to help and embarks on a flamboyant journey to live out the archetypal up from the bootstraps, which I love that phrase because that's totally true, story, the American dream narrative on which our society bases its very definition of manhood. So it's like that, conservative Republican narrative that keeps getting into every type of debate, whether it's our debate about the budget or the debt ceiling. It's constantly about, we need to cut funding for all of these social programs that are helping people, helping children eat, because that's what's really bankrupting this society and this country. We need to focus on making sure that we deregulate, we get rid of taxes, and we help corporations as much as possible because it's all about greed. We want to make sure that people can become as wealthy as they want and leave everyone else behind.
But what happens when you think you're exceptional? I was joking around about this on the show a couple of weeks ago, and I said, imagine if there was a person like America, and they called themselves Exceptional Bob, and they just go around saying, I am exceptional. The rules don't apply to me. But you know what? That's kind of what Walter White did in Breaking Bad. He's like, well, the rules don't apply to me anymore. I'm going to sell the drugs, and if you get in my way, I'm probably going to kill you, right? And so he broke rule after rule, and he destroyed life after life, including his own life and his family's life, and because he was exceptional, and the rules didn't apply to him.
Exactly.
He is Ayn Rand's Superman, okay? And she probably would have loved him, right? No concern for other human beings. And in the very end, slight spoiler here, okay, he at least says, it was my fault, I did it for me, okay? And so that's a powerful admission. That's exactly what Ayn Rand would have loved, what this current Republican Party would love. He is their role model. And how did that wind up?